This image right here speaks 1,000 words. So you remember how I was telling you local dimming is a massive problem? Well, look at the light right above here. You can clearly see all of that clouding, like blooming type nonsense. And this is essentially what happens in normal content. So here we have movie content like Aquaman, and it's, again, something you're going to see in a real scene environment. Now, at this point, I could drag out a ton of videos and I can make a lot of reviews. But essentially, my review for this is going to be pretty clean cut and dry. I can't recommend this TV because its proposition value is simply put, hey, listen, we're a quantum matrix technology. We have LEDs that are as small as a grain of sand, meaning deeper black levels for you. And then in Aquaman, you see shit like this. It's a scam. Now, again, I had the same issue on the Samsung QN90A from last year. And everybody said, oh, what if you got a defective panel? You should return it. I'm not going to play the panel lottery. We need to stop allowing that to exist by returning a TV 1,000,001 times. If they can't get it right the first time, there's something wrong. And if they can't get it right with their successor, there's something wrong. And both happened with this QN90 series, okay? It's not a great series of television. Now, there are some strong and redeeming qualities, right? Like one of the things I absolutely love is that, well, simply put, when you're looking at motion, it is very smooth. I like the motion on this TV. The highlights, absolutely blisteringly bright, and they look absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, the only person that should be buying this TV is somebody that's okay with an extreme amount, not a little, an extreme amount of blooming, okay? If you can handle that, then go for it. Otherwise, I'd say pass. Yes, the colors are nice, but they aren't as nice as something like the LG C2. Now, I'll do comparisons and stuff like that, but as far as a review to kind of let you know, like straight up, should you buy this? No. I was really hoping for more out of their depth enhancer technology, but honestly, if you're not watching 4K content, it doesn't really do a whole lot of good for the images that you're going to see on screen. So, again, it's kind of like a hit and miss at the same time. Some things will have depth, other things not so much. Now, again, I'm trying to think here. There are so many other metrics you can go and you can rate a TV off of, but this is one of the more expensive options. This currently is more expensive than OLED. The LG C1, to be very specific. Don't waste your money buying this TV when the LG C1 exists if you're somebody that wants the pinnacle of picture quality. Just buy that. That's the everyday TV that I recommend and use. If you don't want to buy that particular television, buy the Hisense U8G right now, or wait for something that's going to come out later on. I have my eye personally on the Sony X95K and maybe the Hisense H8H or something like that. H8H. Yeah, I think that's the model that it is. So, I'm looking forward to see what other people do. But as far as this Samsung QN90A goes, highlights are beautiful and everything, but you need to bring more to a party than highlights and saturation. And Samsung is not doing that this year, and that is very unfortunate. Now, again, and future videos coming up, we're definitely going to be doing a proper comparison to show you guys all of what I'm talking about. But essentially, this ain't great, man. Absolutely isn't a great experience. And again, in normal content, as you're seeing right here, you can see the blooming that I'm talking about. This is their flagship quantum matrix technology that everybody is telling you is nearly perfect, great, run out and buy it, it's phenomenal, Samsung is amazing, all that good stuff. And then you also counteractively have people saying things like, oh, maybe you got a defective unit, mine doesn't look anything like that. Like all these cop-out answers, like, I'm not here to make Samsung look bad or anyone else look good by comparison. I bought the product, I plugged in normal content, and these are the results. This can happen to literally anyone. If you don't want to trust that information, roll the dice and buy it. But my recommendation as a professional is to not buy this because your odds of running into blooming are extremely high. And that is, again, deduced off of my last year's findings from the QN90A and now this with the QN90B. So it's not like I'm just pulling this out of thin air. I'm literally fact-checking this up to years of literally just pulling information. Right back to even like when we look at the Samsung QN90R series, they had these kinds of problems. So I'm not here to make anybody hate or whatever their TV. It is what it is. If you bought it and you like it, enjoy it. Nobody's going to listen to that. I don't even know why I bother to say that. But the reality is, as far as reviewing this product, for crying out loud, the only reason you're paying the markup, like it was over $1,800 at this point in the year, for a 55-inch. The only reason you're paying that kind of money is because they promised mini LEDs. Otherwise, you could have just bought like a QN90T that you could find on Amazon right now. Like, there is no real reason to buy this, and I just don't see anyone being honest about that. So I'll be the first. I'll be the #1 brand in honesty yet again, coming through with that info. And dude, don't do it unless you know that you're going to be okay with seeing blooming this bad, which, by the way, I see it like this in real life on my end. I really do. And if that's something you can accept, then okay, give it a shot, because a lot of other things are pretty nice. Motion's good, colors are good, not accurate. You'll find better for less money. But again, if you know what you want, then just buy it. No point in watching a review if you have your mind made up, right?